Welcome all my dear student of TY BSc Physics class. In previous lecture, we have studied the working of N channel JFET and its characteristics. That is, we studied about drain characteristics and transfer characteristics. Now, in this lecture, we are going to see or we are going to study some important parameter of JFET. Parameters of JFET. The electrical properties of JFET may be described in terms of certain parameters called JFET parameters or parameters of JFET. Such parameters may be obtained from the characteristics curve of JFET, that is from drain characteristics and transfer characteristics. Here we are going to discuss about some important parameters of JFET. First one is drain saturation current. Drain saturation current, that is IDSS. The maximum amount of drain current the maximum amount of drain current, that is ID, at a zero gate to source voltage is known as drain saturation current, and it is denoted by IDSS. What I say? The maximum amount of drain current, that is ID, the maximum amount of drain current at VGS is equal to 0 is known as IDSS, that is drain saturation current. Note that it is always specified by the manufacturer. Okay. Now second one is DC drain resistance, RD, DC drain resistance. This DC drain resistance RD is defined as the ratio of drain to source voltage, that is VDS, to the resulting drain current, that is ID, for a constant gate to source voltage, that is VGS is equal to constant. What I say? The DC drain resistance, that is RD, is defined as the ratio of drain to source voltage, that is VDS, to resulting current, that is resulting drain current, that is ID, for a constant VGS, that is for a constant gate to source voltage. Okay. This is also known as static or ohmic resistance. This is also known as static or ohmic resistance of the channel. This is RD, that is DC drain resistance is also known as static or ohmic resistance of the channel, and mathematically it is expressed like this: RD is equal to VDS upon ID at constant VGS. Now third one is AC drain resistance. AC drain resistance, that is small rd. It is also defined as a ratio of small change in drain to source voltage to the resulting small change in drain current, that is delta ID, for a constant VGS, that is for a constant gate to source voltage. It is also known as drain, AC drain resistance is also known as dynamic drain resistance, and mathematically, and it is the AC resistance between drain and source terminal when JFET is operating in pinch off or saturation region. This is very important. So I am going to repeat the definition once again. All these definitions are very important for exam point of view. AC drain resistance, that is small r and small d, RD, is defined as a ratio, the ratio of small change in drain to source voltage to resulting small change in drain current, that is ID, delta ID, for a constant gate to source voltage. It is also called dynamic drain resistance, and it is the AC resistance between drain to source terminal when JFET is operating in pinch up or saturation region. Okay, and mathematically this is expressed as RD is at suffix is equal to delta DS upon delta ID at constant VGS, or VGS is equal to constant. Its value ranges from 10 kilo ohm to 1 mega ohm, 10 kilo ohm to 1 mega ohm. Okay. Typically it is about 400 kilo ohm. Now next parameter, transconductance. Transconductor, it is denoted by GM. It is also the ratio, transconductance is also a ratio of small change in ID to small change in voltage between gate to source, or in a simple way we can say that, or we can define it as, transconductance is defined as the ratio of small change in drain current, that is delta ID, to corresponding change in gate to source voltage, that is VGS, at constant VDS, that is at constant drain to source voltage. So VDS is equal to constant. Okay. It is also known as mutual conductance. Okay. So mathematically GM is equal to delta ID upon delta VGS at constant VDS. Okay. Then next parameter 5. Next parameter 5, that is amplification factor. Amplification factor denoted by mu. Amplification factor is defined as the ratio of small change in drain to source voltage, that is delta VDS, to small change in gate to source voltage, that is VGS. But this should be at constant drain current, sorry, this should be at constant drain current, that is ID is equal to constant. Okay. I am again going to repeat this. You should be remember that each and every parameter is very important for exam point of view. Question may be asked on, sorry, in any format, that is MCQ, true and false, or answer in one sentence, or with the help of all these formulas you have to solve the problems when the examiner provides some important related data. Okay. So, amplification factor is defined as the ratio of small drain to source voltage to corresponding change in gate to source voltage at constant ID, that is constant drain current. And so, mathematically it is expressed as mu is equal to delta VDS upon delta VGS at ID is equal to constant. It has no unit because unit of VDS, change in VDS is getting cancelled with unit of change in delta VGS. And it can be as high as 100. It can be as high as 100. Amplification factor, note that amplification factor of JFET indicates how much more control the gate voltage, that is VGS, has over drain current than the drain voltage VDS. What I say, amplification factor of JFET indicates how much more control the VGS has over the drain current than the VDS. Okay. Now next parameter, that is input resistance. Ri. It is also defined by the similar way, that is input resistance is the ratio of reverse gate to source voltage, that is VGS, reverse gate to source voltage, to resulting reverse gate current, that is IGSS. When drain to source current, sorry, drain to source voltage is 0. Okay. So, mathematically input resistance is defined as Ri is equal to VGS upon IGSS at constant VDS, sorry, at VDS is equal to 0. Okay. And it is of the order of, internal resistance Ri is of the order of 100 mega ohm. Okay. Now, we are going to see some important relation, sorry, we are going to see the important relation between or important relation among the FET parameter. FET parameter, okay. We know that the relationship among FET parameter can be established like this. We know that mu is equal to change in VDS upon change in VGS. That is mu is equal to change in VDS upon change in VGS. Now multiply and divide, multiplying the numerator and denominator by change in drain current, that is delta, sorry, VDS upon delta ID into delta ID upon delta VGS. What is delta VDS? Delta VDS upon delta ID. Delta VDS upon delta ID is nothing but RD. So, RD into delta ID upon delta VGS. Delta ID upon delta VGS is nothing but GM. This is the relation among these two parameters, that is AC drain resistance and transconductance. Therefore, the amplification factor mu may be expressed as the product of transconductance GM and dynamic resistance RD. Okay. In this way, we studied all these important parameters. Okay. You have to memorize again and again, because these parameters are very important for exam point of view as well as in order to solve the problems. Now, we are going to see applications of JFET. Applications of JFET. Application of JFET. Some here I am going to tell you some important applications of JFETs, and these are nothing but JFET is used as a high impedance wideband amplifier. High impedance wideband amplifier. This is very important application of JFET. JFET is used as a high impedance wideband amplifier. Then second one, it is used as a buffer amplifier. Third one, it is used as an electronic switch. Which will explain by me later on. Electronic switch. FET can be used, or FET is used as an electronic switch. Then next one, FET is used as phase shift oscillator. Phase shift oscillator. Fifth one, it is used, that is FET is used as constant current source. This is very important, constant current source. As it is voltage control device. Next one, JFET is used as voltage variable resistor, that is VVR. JFET is used as a voltage variable resistor or voltage dependent resistor, VDR. These and much more applications are there regarding JFET. Now we are going to see one of the best application of JFET, that is electronic switch. Now when we are going to use the JFET as an electronic switch, how we can use, see here how we can use JFET as an electronic switch. Sorry. Remember that JFET control the current between source and drain. Connections by a voltage applied between gate to source, that is reverse voltage. In JFET, there is PN junction between gate and source, which is normally reverse bias for the control of source drain current. Okay, this is very important. So I am going to repeat it once again. FET control the current between source and drain. Remember that. FET control the current between source and drain connections by voltage applied between gate and source. In a junction feed effect transistor, that is JFET, there is a PN junction between gate and source, which is normally reverse bias, not forward bias, reverse bias for the control of source drain current, that is ID. The major application of JFET is analog switching, like this switch, on off. The major application of JFET is analog switching. In this application, JFET acts as a switch which can either transmit or block AC signal. Okay. We have two types of switches. One is shunt switch, that is parallel switch, and another is series switch. To getting the switching action, the VGS has only two values. Either VGS is high, that is 0, or VGS is low, that is minus value. Or in a simple way we can say that to get the switching action, the VGS of FET has only two values, which are either 0 or a value that is greater than VGS. Okay, that is VGS off. So, first of all we are going to see shunt switch. Shunt switch. Shunt switch. Here, very interesting diagram is there. This is FET, N channel FET, and this is the signal. Okay, here this gate is represented as input terminal. Okay, sorry, not here. Here we can give stereo. VGS. Okay, VGS. And there is a signal. This is the signal which you would like to input. So this is the input terminal, and there is a resistance at input terminal, and this resistance is nothing but RD. Okay, and this is the output. V out. Okay, and this terminal is grounded. This is shunt switch. The equivalent diagram for this switch is VIN, this is RD, and this is the switch. Single pole, single throw. This switch is single pole, single throw, and this is the resistance. RDS. Okay, and this is the output signal. Okay, here signal is also given here, and here output is like this. That is output is in phase with input. So this is equivalent circuit. And switch or equivalent circuit. Now we are going to see the action of this switch. This figure, suppose this is figure A and this is figure B. Figure A shows the circuit, this figure shows the circuit diagram of a shunt switch using JFET. The JFET will either conduct or cut off depending upon the value of VGS. When VGS is high, this FET conducts, and VGS is low. High means VGS is equal to 0 and low means it is having negative value. When VGS is 0, at that time it conducts, and VGS is low, that is it is having minus value, then at that time this is in cutoff state. So remembering that the controlled current in JFET flows between source to drain. Source, this is gate, this is source, and this is drain. Current, what I say, remembering that the controlled current in JFET flows from source to drain, we substitute the source and drain here. We substitute the source and drain connection of a JFET for the two ends of the switch. Okay. When VGS is 0, that is high, this FET conducts, JFET conduct. And JFET operates in ohmic region. Okay. And VGS, when VGS is low, that is minus value, then JFET is in cutoff region or switch off. Here we can say that for normal operation, the AC input signal here and here, AC input signal voltage must be small, about 100 millivolt. So it ensures that the JFET remains in ohmic region, otherwise not. And when JFET is in ohmic region, when AC signal reaches its peak value. Okay. Also, the resistance RD, that is which resistance? AC resistance must be very large. RD, and this time resistance RD must be very large as compared to drain to source resistance, that is RDS. Here RDS and okay, this is the RDS. To ensure hard saturation, for why RDS is high resistance, RDS is having very large value. When it is having very large value, it ensures hard saturation. And when note that when VGS is 0, that is when VGS is high, the JFET operates in ohmic region and the JFET conduct, and since its RDS is very small as compared to RDS is very small as compared to this RD, obviously V out much smaller than V in. Okay. V out is much smaller than V in, and in this situation the switch is closed like this. Switch is closed. When VGS is low, that is VGS is having minus value, the JFET is cut off and it does not conduct. Therefore, V out is equal to V in, and here JFET is shut switch, sorry, JFET is, this switch is open like this. Remember that what I say, when VGS is low, the JFET is cut off and it does not conduct, and when it does not conduct, in this case the switch is open, and when switch is open, obviously V out is equal to V in. Therefore, here JFET shunt, JFET, this is parallel or shunt. So JFET shunt switch either transmit the AC signal or block it. Okay. In this way, we studied about shunt switch. In next lecture, we will study the series switch and other application, that is analog multiplexer, etc. Till then we shall stop here. Have a good day. Thank you.